Hey Joe, it's Folks here. In today's video, I have a print-on-demand product to show you that I bet about 90% of you have never seen before. And I'm sure it will really light up your world. That will make sense in a moment when I show you the product. If this is your first time here and you want to see some of the other print-on-demand products that I've reviewed, make sure to check out some of my other videos here on the channel. And also, if you want to go through some more advanced step-by-step training to actually build yourself a print-on-demand store, please check out my course. There is a link down in the description. The best part is it is completely free, and inside you will get access to over 30 step-by-step videos showing you the process to actually build out a print-on-demand store. So here on my channel, I focus a lot on showing you awesome print-on-demand products. That's because print-on-demand is much bigger than what you typically see on YouTube. Mugs, t-shirts, tank tops, stickers, those are typically what a lot of people are trying to sell when they first start their store. And honestly, there is just so much cool stuff out there. I make a lot of product reviews because I want to show you products so you can build better print-on-demand stores. I want you to sell something that's cooler than a t-shirt or cooler than a mug, something that people in your niche will think is neat, and also something that will make you a great profit margin. For me, on my own print-on-demand stores, I really follow 3 rules when it comes to choosing print-on-demand products to sell. The first is making sure that it is profitable enough. I want to make sure that as I'm selling the product, I will actually make a decent amount of money. If you choose a low profit product, you're going to burn yourself out trying to make sales before you make any decent profits from your store. You could be making hundreds of sales and only making hundreds of dollars. I'm not saying that's not cool, but the ceiling is so much higher for you in terms of the profit you can make if you choose better print-on-demand products. The second thing I try to focus on is choosing something that is a little bit unique, especially something that could make a lot of sense for my niche. For example, let's say that I was selling to the golf niche. I was creating a store where I was creating products for people that love to golf. I could create a really cool pair of personalized print-on-demand socks that they could wear when they're out on the golf course. That could be a funny way for them to showcase something they love, and also it could be a great item for them to impulse purchase while they are online. That's ultimately what we're trying to do. Or what about something unique and perfect for a niche like a sports mom? Imagine a moment where you sell a print-on-demand blanket that has a sports-related design on it that she is going to wear to her kid's sports game. That could be an impulse purchase type of a thing that she buys when she's on social media and she sees your ad or your post or something like that. The third thing I try to do is kind of the exact opposite of the second thing, meaning I want to make sure that I'm not choosing something that isn't a good fit for my niche. Meaning if I'm selling to the gaming niche, I don't want to sell like a print-on-demand cutting board, for example. That might actually not be something that a lot of people in the gaming niche want to use. I'm not saying they don't cook, I'm just saying it's kind of a random product for them. And those 3 things are fulfilled perfectly by the print-on-demand product that I'm going to show you today. And this here is the product that we are going to be looking at. At first glance, you might not really know what it is. It's actually a gaming mat. Somebody's keyboard would go on top of this on their computer desk. Before I show you the supplier for this, and before I plug it in and show you how it lights up, I want to give you some really cool design ideas that you could try with this item. And then we'll come back and we'll plug it in, we'll light it up, I'll show you which supplier you can get it from, and I'll talk about the quality of this item. Take a look at this print-on-demand store here. They take people's photos and they turn them into Star Wars characters. I have actually made a video here on my channel before showing this print-on-demand store. During that video, we talked about the legality of what they're doing, the profitability of it, and ultimately that's not what I'm trying to do here in this video. Instead, what I'm trying to do is talk about a design idea for this print-on-demand game mat that I just showed you. Imagine if you did something similar. I'm not saying to do something that is sort of potentially ripping off Star Wars, but what if you were able to draw people in a style that sort of resembles a certain video game that they might like? That could be a really cool concept for a store, especially with a product like this that gamers are going to be interested in buying. Obviously, the disclaimer would be make sure that you don't do anything illegal. Make sure that you don't do anything that that would violate trademark or copyrights or something like that. Another thing inside of the gaming world that can be pretty important is something like this here. What we are looking at are personalized signs with somebody's gamer tag on them. If you don't know what a gamer tag is, it's somebody's screen name inside of the video game that they are playing. If you have an Xbox Live account or a PlayStation Network account or something like that, you're going to have a name, essentially a username that you created to play the game. Imagine for a moment creating personalized products like everything you are seeing here for someone's gamer tag on a gaming mat like what I just showed you. And again, the gaming mat that I showed you lights up. In a moment, I'll show you how it actually works. Another idea would be like this, something for the sports fan. You could create a gaming mat that sort of looks like a football field or a baseball field or soccer or something like that. You could even bring in different color elements. Now, obviously something like this over here for the Dallas Cowboys would be a trademark violation, but maybe you could do something with colors where you could create a blue and red themed mat like this with a football field, and instead of writing the word Patriots and the actual Patriots logo, you just write something like Foxborough, which is the city where the stadium actually is. You could even take it a step further and just create mats based on specific geographic regions where you actually have city skylines or, different landmarks in different states and cities and things like that. You could focus on state flags or even countries as well. The sky is the limit when it comes to tapping into different geographic regions, because you can focus on cities, states, countries, and even just regions like the country or Pacific Northwest or the South or something like that. So for this next part, I had to actually turn down the lights in here to be able to show you guys how this actually lights up. This mat would sit on a desk just like this, and then someone's keyboard would go on top of it, as well as their mouse. And basically, it's a keyboard and desk mat. It's a little bit wrinkled. I had it in a bag, kind of folded up. Obviously, that's going to go out over time here, but it just plugs in with a simple mini USB like this. You should maybe use a different cord. I actually lost the cord that I originally had with this when I first got this as a sample from the supplier. I forget the actual length of what's included. We'll have to check if it's noted when I show you the supplier, but a longer cord might be better because then it won't be just kind of in the way on the desk here. The light is a strip of LED all the way around the side here. It is pretty bright. I'm not sure if you can see on camera how bright it actually is. I'm not sure if it looks duller or not, but it is pretty bright here in person. And I can imagine if this room was totally dark, it would be much brighter looking. There is a window to my right over here. We have the computer monitor there brightening things as well. You can change the color by pressing this button here. I'm not sure exactly how many colors there are. We'll kind of cycle through. We've seen red, blue, and green so far. We're now seeing purple. We're now seeing a lighter blue. That's 5. We're now seeing a yellowish green. That's 6. We're now seeing a white. That's 7. And now it looks like we are back to color changing mode. I believe it's going to slowly start to change colors, and you can see that. So it does have an 8th mode, which is just, color changing, which makes this kind of a, unique item here. And this design here is just a sample design. It's not really something ever that I would recommend you to actually create. I think it's cool, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it actually relates to a specific niche or anything like that. I really do think, though, that they have some great printing on this product. Obviously, if you created your own, you might want to use the entire space here. Again, this is just a sample design. And you can see here that the level of detail in the printing is really good. They've really done a fantastic job at picking up all of these different colors. Even down here, where the colors are like muted, like that's on purpose, right? Because that's underneath the bear's chin. So that's going to be inherently a little bit darker than the rest of it, right? It's kind of a good shadow feature. And overall, the design, printing, and the quality on this is really awesome. It feels like a real mouse pad. It's decently thick too. Not too thick where it would be like annoying to have on your desk, but also not paper thin. The light here is also, like I said, a little bit bright. The only thing that I would say is I forget how long the included power cord actually is. It's just a regular, USB-C cord that I had laying around that I plugged in here that you can use. And ultimately, like I said, I would just try to get one that's a little bit longer, unless that the print-on-demand supplier is going to have a long one for us, which we will check out right now. This product is available inside of the Printify print-on-demand app. They describe this as an LED gaming mouse pad. Like I said, it is something that is going to go on someone's desk. They might put their keyboard on it. They might put their mouse on it. They also have some pretty decent mock-ups in here for you to actually sell this on your store, so that's always nice. It does look like they have a little video here showing the product as well. They describe this as a mouse pad that has a thick rubber base. It does say that it does include the cable. I forget though if the cable that I used today was actually the cable that came with it. When I went to go make this review today, I just grabbed that cable out of the drawer that I keep a whole bunch of cables in. So I'm not sure how long the cable actually is. So sorry in advance, I don't have that information for you. And it doesn't say anything about that here on the page. So if anybody orders one, let me know how long the cable actually is. The cable here in the picture does look decently long. That looks like it's probably 3 feet or maybe 4 or 5, honestly. It actually is quite a nice product. It does come in multiple sizes here. You see that it does come in 4 different sizes. On here, we have a 23.6 by 11.8 inch, a 27 by 13, a 31 by 11.8, and a 35 by 15.7. I believe the one that I have is this one here, the 1 by 2 basically. Obviously something a little bit bigger would be really neat for the desk. 35 by 15 is, you know, practically 3 feet of space on someone's desk, which is an awesome size. This is a super cool product. It's going to cost you only $9.20 if you have a Printify premium account, which means if you're doing something like I talked about at the beginning with personalization or something like that, you're likely going to be able to price this product at a great price to make a decent profit on this. And like I said, there is a whole bunch of different light settings in this. The color is vibrant. Overall, it is definitely a cool product. If you're selling to the gaming niche or something like that, this could be a neat option for you. Let me know down in the comments below. Is this a product that you may or may not try to sell? Let me know if you will or if you will not, and let me know why as well. Hopefully this was cool, and I will see you guys in the next video.